Wanted: Weapons of Fate is a dumb action game based on a dumb action movie. It's a mediocre, poorly made game. But none of that matters because, god damn it, you can curve bullets in this game. Oh, sick. Big thanks to my channel members for supporting me to make videos like this one. Wanted: Weapons of Fate, a third-person cover shooter based on the 2008 film of the same name. The game was developed by Grin, who also made the Terminator Salvation prequel, a game that I enjoyed so much that I also made a glowing review of it. Wanted: Weapons of Fate was released for the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and PC in March of 2009, nearly 9 months after the movie came out, so they definitely missed out on any movie tie-in hype. The game serves as a sequel to the movie and continues Wesley's story after the destruction of the Loom. About 5 hours after he destroyed the Loom with the exploding rats at the end of the film, Wesley wakes up to find his apartment ransacked by SWAT. He teams up with Pekorski, the fraternity's master bullet maker, to track down and kill the fraternity's guardians. 3 individuals who each have a binary code tattooed on them. Put the tattoos together and you find where the Loom is being moved. Throughout the game, there are flashback levels where you play as Cross, Wesley's father, as Wesley begins to piece together and track down the person who killed his mother. The game is incredibly straightforward, but all that really matters is you can curve bullets. Everything negative that I'm about to say is completely negated by how fucking awesome that is. Oh, and my dumbass forgot to record the game's audio for most of the playthrough, so I'll be using someone else's footage here and there. You'll see their watermarks on screen. Keeping with the tone of the film and the comic book, the game presents everything in this tongue-in-cheek, upbeat tempo. You'll go from cutscene to gameplay, back to cutscenes, sometimes with only about 2 minutes of actual gameplay between the cutscenes. And the voice acting is mediocre across the board, especially from fake-ass Morgan Freeman.
Now, you have seen it with your own eyes. Cross cannot be trusted. He must meet his fate.
Throughout the game, Wesley has this inner monologue that is actually pretty funny.
1 little, 2 little, 3 dead froggies. 4 little, 5 little, 6 deader froggies.
It's a pretty basic cover shooter. You stick to walls and you pop around to shoot enemies, but it's lacking some of the quality of life things that we've come to expect over the years. You can't move while you're aiming over the cover, instead you're just locked in place. The camera also sits too close to the character for you to see over the cover, making it kinda difficult to time out when you're gonna pop up and aim to shoot enemies. The camera also doesn't move to stay on the outside shoulder when you go to aim out from cover. Wesley ends up sliding across the camera and you aim over the opposite shoulder, which feels wrong. When you kill an enemy, you'll earn 1 adrenaline, represented by these bullets in the corner of the screen. You spin 1 of these to curve bullets, or you can spin 2 of them to execute a slow-mo change between cover positions. The game does a good job of staging the arenas in a way that keeps the enemies in front of you. Ammo isn't abundant, so you're constantly kept on the move between cover positions to collect more, which keeps up the energy and prevents camping. You can also run up to enemies and melee attack them, which is incredibly satisfying. Occasionally, enemies will run up to you and you'll have to mash the B button to fight them off. And in the later stages, the assassins start requiring you to move the joystick in a direction while you mash the button. It's dumb and it's simple, but hey, variety is variety.
The fuck was that?
When the assassins are sprinting at you, you'll also hear them screaming off in the distance. And every time I heard this, it brought back great memories of the headless enemies from Serious Sam.
Oh, yourself. Uh-oh.
But let's get to the good stuff, curving bullets. If an enemy is hiding behind cover, you can just hold the right bumper to lock onto them, then you flick the left stick to find the angle for curving the bullet to hit them. The best part is how quickly you can do all of this, since all it takes is quickly holding the bumper then releasing it when you're ready to fire. Since it only takes 1 adrenaline to curve a bullet and you always get 1 adrenaline for killing an enemy, you'll be doing this all the time. Occasionally you'll get these slick, slow-mo cinematics where you get to watch the bullet reach its target, sort of like the Sniper Elite games. And later in the game, Wesley unlocks these dual machine guns with explosive rounds, and it is incredibly satisfying to watch a swarm of bullets curving at the enemy before exploding. You also unlock this badass suit straight from the original comic. Despite looking like a mix between Scorpion and Sam Fisher, there's no stealth. Anytime there is an opportunity for stealth, you'll just grab an enemy as a hostage and all the other enemies in the area will immediately turn to attack you. And at first I thought this was really dumb, but now I realize this game is just too fucking awesome to slow you down with stealth. There are also 3 or 4 moments where you'll go into extra slow-mo, shooting enemy bullets out of the air and killing the gunman as the character fights through the area. But the worst part of the game is definitely in these turret sections, where they take away your ability to curve bullets and instead lock you onto a turret.
You know, this game is really fun when you're running and gunning and you're curving bullets and shit, but then they stick you on these turrets and you sit in cover on the turret, and then when you pop up to shoot, you just take damage from all fucking angles because it's hard as shit to see the enemies that are far enough away.
Oh, and the game only lasts about 3 hours, just like Terminator Salvation. But unlike Terminator Salvation, at least in Wanted, there are secret codes that you can put in to unlock new skins and a new game mode called Close Combat Mode. In Close Combat Mode, you have to melee kill a certain number of enemies in order to advance through the level. If you don't, you'll be sent back to the previous checkpoint.
You must kill the number of enemies required to go to the next. Oh, I didn't complete it? Are you kidding me?
I ran through this one on the hardest difficulty while playing as the fat bitch coworker Janice. Having to stab or flying knee every enemy was pretty funny. Unfortunately, the Janice skin doesn't carry over into the cutscenes. The close combat mode is actually a great idea, but it takes away the best part of Wanted, that being the bullet curving. At least there's some replayability here though, and some fun achievement hunting to be had. As for the story, well, there's not a whole lot to speak of here. After Wesley destroyed the Loom, he has this recurring dream of someone killing his real mother before he's woken up by the SWAT team. He ends up traveling to find the pieces of the Loom and where it's being moved to by the Guardians. He hunts down the first Guardian, a guy named the Russian, and takes his arm.
He had a sign, the secret language of the fraternity. The tattoo, binary code. I knew it was important, so I had to take it with me.
Then he goes after Brummels, where he delivers the best line in the whole game.
Well, it looks like I'm gonna have to kill this pussy bitch from back here. Actually, I need something from your corpse. And I gotta give you credit, man. I would have screamed like a bitch if that had been me.
Then Wesley goes to find the spider and takes her final piece of the code. Then he just completely drops that part of the plot so he can go after the Immortal. In the flashback scenes where we play as Wesley's father, Cross, we fight through an airplane to hunt down and kill the Immortal. This is the most memorable part of the game. The airplane is riddled with dead bodies and gore. And you can shoot the fire extinguishers to blow open the plane doors. The enemies get sucked out, but you can just stand at the opening completely unaffected.
So you shoot the fire extinguishers, it blows open the doors, and I'm just standing here. And you can just walk off the edge. I just walked. Ah, fuck.
Making it to the cockpit, Cross faces down the Immortal.
I have the last parachute, Cross. There is no escape for you here.
Why? Why'd you do it?
Have you asked yourself the same question? Elise would be alive if you hadn't infected her with your seed.
That seed has a name.
Wesley, yes I know, and I have something of his, Cross, this.
You son of a bitch.
After curving bullets at each other, Cross climbs through the airplane in another of those cool slow-mo moments, then climbs into a Dodge Viper and somehow survives the plane crash. Cross makes his way back to the fraternity and is eventually betrayed by fake-ass Morgan Freeman. And during his escape from the fraternity, Cross faces down with the Immortal again, this time on top of a speeding train.
Stop this foolishness! You can't hit me!
I'm not aiming for you, asshole!
And back in the present day, Wesley finds his father's mummified remains in the fraternity's crypt and takes his father's fire eater machine pistols. He then goes to hunt down the Immortal, who reveals the plot twist.
War began.
Hey, I like what my dad did to your fucking face.
Fate did this to me, and fate brought you here.
You killed my mother.
No, it was you I was after. Alice accepted the will of the Loom. She had violated the codes. I simply reported it, and the Loom issued her punishment, death. And the Loom determined her agent of fate.
Une sourivette qui courait dans l'herbe, je l'attrape par la
The dream always ends the same way. It always ends with the killer.
Elle me dit, il fait trop noir. Je la mets dans mon chapeau. Elle me dit, il
This is
fait
not
trop
what I
chaud.
wanted for us.
We must honor the code. Look at him, Cross. He is worth dying for.
He's worth killing for.
The Immortal wasn't there to kill Elise, he was there to kill baby Wesley. And there's a final showdown at the top of a bell tower.
Oh, you can't be serious. Hiding at the top of a bell tower? Fucking French are so melodramatic.
And in the final confrontation, you kill the fodder enemies to earn enough adrenaline so you can do the slow-mo cover change and shoot the Immortal. Once he's dead, he gives Wesley this philosophical speech about faith in the Loom before Wesley fires a bullet with his name on it.
I do know what I am. I'm an asshole with a gun and a cool suit. A very cool suit. Oh, sorry, I almost forgot. I have something with my name on it, but I think it belongs to you.
And the game cuts to black before it connects. Well, at least that's how it ends on the console versions. The PC version's ending is different. This is a guilty pleasure game through and through. It's not gonna win any awards or anything, but damn it, this game is really fun. Don't get me wrong, this game is ass, but a game can be both fun and ass at the same time. It's just a perfect example of how your game can be kinda ass, but as long as you've got a fun mechanic, it really doesn't matter. I can't see anyone playing this and not remembering having a good time with it. No one is gonna be out there saying this is the best game ever made, but it does really well at what it set out to do, which is to just be a short, over-the-top action game about bending bullets.
Hiding behind a table, huh? Looks like someone's forgetting I can bend bullets.